Meanwhile, we see some disturbance or controversy with the guardian of the traditions, Traditiones Custodes. This is worrying us because it is wrote by Pope Francis, this motu proprio, and it's placing restrictions on the celebration of the traditional Latin Mass worldwide. So how does these restrictions affect the parishioners now? And the traditional people, Christians, are now treated as a second-class Christians. So what are your thoughts about it?
Yes, this is a very sad phenomenon and reality that Pope Francis published this motu proprio, this document, with the title Traditiones Custodes, in which is basically the aim expressed to limit the old reverent form of the celebration of the Holy Mass according to the Roman Rite. This form was kept at least during 1,000 years, not 50 years, not even since the Council of Trent. Mm-hmm. Therefore, it's not correct to say the Tridentine Mass.
Okay.
It is the Mass of all ages, basically, because the Tridentine Council did not ask the Pope to do any reform of the Mass. The Council asked the Pope to put an end to the anarchy and abuses which were in those time spread in the Church, and political chaos. And therefore, the Council Fathers proposed to the Pope that he may impose the old, unchanged Roman Rite to the entire Latin Church. You see the difference?
Yes, it's very important.
With the Vatican II. Vatican II proposed reforms, concrete, but the Council of Trent did not propose a reform, but asked, I repeat, to propose the traditional Roman Rite to the entire Latin Church. And therefore, to restrict and to make a discrimination against these millennium-old, I repeat, not Tridentine Mass, millennium-old Mass, Pope Francis committed a grave abuse of his power to limit and de facto by time, he even said this in a company letter, to abolish this right. It has to be disappear in the Church, basically. And this is an abuse. The Pope cannot do this. As the Pope cannot limit and change a very old formula of the creed of the profession of faith, let us say the Apostolic Creed, which is a formula which is very old. And therefore, the Pope cannot change the formula and the rite of the traditional Roman Mass. Why? Because it was used for such a long time by so many popes and saints with fruit, with many spiritual fruits. And so I hope that the next Pope will again restore the traditional rite in its honor and with the same rite as the new, at least, and to end the discrimination of a part of faithful, devout Catholics who are attached to the Mass of the saints and of their forefathers, and to end this discrimination of these Catholics. This is a huge injustice to treat them as a second-class Catholics. This will remain and go down in history as a grave injustice on the part of a Pope of the Holy See against faithful, devout Catholics who love the Pope, who pray for the Pope and for the bishops. They are not schismatics, and they are true daughters and sons of the Church.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for clarifying.